What is it called? I forget all the time. Is it fur? Hide. It's hide. It was hiding from me. Horrible joke, I'm sorry. Welcome, 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 welcome to episode 5. We're back at our cabin once again with a few major differences. First of all, bear meat, uh, airline food, that's not a catchy name, and most importantly, our fresh bear hide. In the last episode, we killed a bear, and in the time lapse you should have seen right before this, we took a trip from the bear after taking out its insides to some boxes and back. Last episode, I said that in this episode we will go up the summit, and that is still the plan. Absolutely. I'm just not sure we'll make it all the way up today. Eventually we will, hopefully. But I'm not as confident that we can do it this fast, or in one episode anyway. So we might have to take a break. But first, just some short clean up. I will actually keep one antiseptic. Simply because if I do get bitten by a bear or wolf, more likely, I prefer not dying of an infection. I will keep all 5 bandages, simply because I expect a lot of sprains. I don't really have any clothing that is better than this. I most certainly do not need all that soda or that box. 2 sodas should be fine. I will keep the snacks though, just because they're lightweight. Actually, I can sort that later. We won't leave immediately. In fact, we will leave tomorrow early, so we can get the most out of the daylight. Is that enough water? No. So we're gonna need to make another fire. And we are just going to read and fireplace until the morning, I think. Actually, one thing I forgot. I noticed some rabbits right over here on our way back. I can actually still see one right there. I would like me a rabbit hat and mittens. That would be very much appreciated. Not for the trip. I won't bother waiting. But when we get back, we can have a crafting session. If you don't know, if you crouch up and down quickly, it still counts as normal crouching. Like the animation, sort of like animation cancels. You can actually get really close. Then you just aim and yeah, not too difficult. Sorry. Why are my gloves this? They look so broken. Oh well, maybe I should repair them. We will see. Fire! Sorry again. Sorry. That sound gets me every time. Oh well. I also noticed what the birds I can't even see should be indicating right over here. Oh, there we go. Those birds, they are indicating a deer corpse. Deer carcass, that's the word. Corpse is for humans. The meat is kind of useless. I don't need it. But what is very practical is the hide. Now, I am a big fan of the travois. I'm pretty sure that is the name. I've said it a few times, so it would be awkward if that is not it. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. A travois. But for that, I need a cured deer hide, which I will get from that deer. Now, it is tempting to kill another deer, which was why I was crouching, because I intended to do so. But I realized that that would be a mistake. Simply because if I try to... if I were to kill it, then not only would I not get time to do all the other stuff I want to do today, but I also would have to make a campfire, and I would also be running out of video time, as that is a truly precious resource. I also would skip this, or make a time lapse out of the... Oh, I'm about to starve. Woohoo! I did not mean to eat that one. I wanted to eat the meat, but oh well. I don't want to lose my well-fed bonus. No. I also, like I started saying, I would have liked to make this, what you're watching right now, and hopefully well, with the campfire, into a time-lapse. But since you've already watched time-lapsing... Oh, look at that. I think that's a visual glitch. I won't make it a time-lapse. You'll just have to bear with me as I try to be a little bit quick, skip as much time as possible. Yeah. How's my firewood situation? Horrible. Literally horrible. Oh well. Out we go again. Oh. The cavalry is here. Okay. That's worrying. I am smelly. Very smelly. Am I carrying a bunch of meat? I am. Let's drop these then. And eat you. Drink you. And of course I will need to remember the deer. Hide, that's the name. Deer hide, indeed. Okay. Then, hello there. Nice to meet you. Oh, they're literally surrounding me. What is this? Okay. Then let's skip time by taking out a few hides. I think I won't bother with meat, not immediately anyway, just because it's time consuming and I don't need it. I have plenty of, what is it called? Moose. Moose. I think you're the one with that? Yeah. Then we can leave them out to dry, and is 3 enough for... Oh, hello there, Wolf. Nice to meet you. Let's see if 3 hides, 1 from before and 2 from now, is enough. What is this? Ooh, trader? Photo album. Okay, for later, for later. Need to focus at one thing at a time. Rabbit skin hat. Okay, so you take 3 and you take 4. Wow. Okay, so I can make a hat then when I get back. Looks like the birch is even cured, so if I wanted to make some bow shafts, I could do so. I won't though. Not only don't I have time, but it would also be a bit unnecessary. I have my rifle, and it will do me just fine. I will quickly clean a little bit more of my inventory, as I don't need all of this. I'll sort it out off camera, like fully, a bit later, I think. It can just stay there for now. What I need to focus on is I will, I do need more water, so let's start with that first. I don't want to use birch bark as tinder. Let's actually just take those. Yeah, 55% chance. Terrible, but what can you do about it? We should be leveling up in fire starting relatively soon, I hope. There is a trick for
that didn't work.
For artificially boosting it, like a lot. I don't think I'll do so. I'll explain how to do it in another video though. I think.
Come on.
If I have time.
Come on.
Won't make any promises I can't keep, so just keep it as a maybe. This is unlucky. So far at an approximate 1 out of 4 chance of that happening. That being a 1 out of 8 chance of happening.
Come on.
And a huge waste of matches. That's fine though, not an interloper. If this fails, it will be a 1 out of 16, which is actually starting to get somewhere on the rareness scale. Let's waste another coal because I can, and let's maybe read another chapter. Yeah. You know, I could just read one more. I don't think they'll burn. Am I willing to risk that? I am. Well, as it turns out, my stupidity saved the moose meat, but it also made the fire go out. I forgot to put on any more fuel. And I didn't even make any more water. I didn't need this food. Okay, that's annoying. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's read the book while there's still daylight. And I remember. Please finish. I think. Yeah. It finished, which is great. Let's put it up there. I didn't level up. I did
need a horse.
Not level up. Oh well. Bit of a waste of time then, as I was hoping to level up before then. I literally have no fuel, except the coal, but you can't even use the coal to start a fire. Which means more sticks it is. Now I'm tired, so I can't run. That is awesome. Literally awesome. I'm a bit scared of wildlife while doing that though. It's a bit risky for my taste. But I won't need that much or that many sticks. I just need to make some water. It is truly an annoyance to not have a cooking pot or a pan to make water. I'm stuck with the tiny bent boxes, tin cans, that's what they're called. Recycled can, actually. Only in real life, where they're called tin cans. Yep. Let's hope that this works then. Considering the bad luck I had from earlier, I feel like I deserve it. Apparently the game did not think so. Just to clarify, it doesn't have a conscience. Like, if you fail once, then you're not any more likely to succeed on the next one. Like, that's what I meant. There's actually a lot of psychology behind that. And in some games, they actually implemented a system to counteract that. So if you, I don't remember the specific game, unfortunately. It was an old one in which they had the statistics say that if you rolled badly on a percentage chance, let's say 3 times, you were guaranteed to succeed on the next one. This is, of course, not how the real world works, and this game does not have any function like that. But to us humans, it actually seems more normal, in fact, to have that guarantee. Like, that seems just. That seems like, of course, that like it makes sense. But in reality, it should be equally difficult to roll that last one as the first. The probabilities don't carry over, if that makes sense. So when I'm sitting here saying, oh, there's a 1 in 16 chance of this happening, that's just, I mean, it is a 1 in 16, approximately. But at the same time, it's also just a 50% chance of that last one. The 1 in 16 is the cumulative chance of that happening. And that's bound to happen when you do it many enough times, like in this game. So there you go, statistics, psychology, all of it in one go. I don't know, that stuff is fascinating to me. I don't know, I'm the unique one in that specific area though. Unfortunately, I don't think everyone cares, but if you do, why don't you tell me so? As I would love to hear if I am the only one interested in similar things. Yeah. Now that this... Okay, so... How much water do I have? 2 liters. Yeah, okay. I will put on 1 coal, finish this, and that will be enough to boil the snow, but then not overheat, if that makes sense. Overheat? Evaporate, that's the word. Let's eat. Eat, and go to bed. Now, hopefully, we are nice and awake, or fully rested, I mean, when daylight breaks. See that? Perfectly boiled. Then we can grab the rest. This. Maybe I need to grab another water bowl too. We'll see. Let's try 4 hours. 5 hours. You need to be slightly careful in this cabin because you can absolutely freeze to death while inside, which if you are used to living in different regions where you are literally inside of a building, there's a loading screen as you enter and so on. Inside there you will never freeze, or maybe you will, but not with clothing, basic clothing. But here, if a blizzard arrives while you're asleep, you can technically die. Even without a blizzard. Look, it's -3, so I'm barely warm. So you need to be a bit careful. But we should be ready to go. We are fully rested. Let's eat as much as possible, so we don't need to carry it. Luckily, I guess, food you have in your stomach doesn't add up to your total weight, so you can carry more food if you eat up to the max right before you leave. So you won't have to grab as much to eat while you're out and about. I have my sleeping bag, I have water, I have food, and I have my hacksaw, and that's about it. Okay then, off we go. Do I want to grab the mountaineer's rope? Now I can't remember if I need it or not. I'll leave it. If I do need one, there should probably be one on the way. There should be anyway. If there isn't, then too bad. It would be unfortunate, but yeah. Now, I'm just thinking about those wolves, because why are the 3 of them going that way, but that one's not? And what are they looking for? It isn't me, I presume, considering I'm not smelly, and even though I have food, I'm not smelly, apparently. Though, never mind, they were going for me. Now, don't quote me on this, because I'm not 100% sure. But even though there's no smelling like, animation on top, I think I still smell. Based on not only the fact that that wolf is following me, but the fact that I think I've heard it somewhere before. So just to restate that, even when, as long as you're carrying a little bit of something that smells, the wolves will still follow you. And did that guy just give up? Maybe. Huh. That is weird. No, it didn't. Just music, something like an audio glitch, if that makes sense. Yes, so we are going to take the only, I mean, in my opinion, the best route up, if that makes sense. Or rather, not necessarily the best, but the most convenient. And what that involves is going around through there, over a little bit of a log, before climbing. Now, if I remember the specifics, so I think I do, but just in case I don't quote me, there should be 3 ladders. And my hope is to get up at least one of them, though I would prefer getting up 2 ladders before I need to sleep. So I'll rest up, so I'll be good to go before the longest and last one, right up to the summit. Just say, just to clarify, that dog following me, I would aim at it, but if I do, it charges, so I won't do that. We're gonna lose it right over here as we walk over the tree. Yes. So the plan is to climb up the first ladder, and then rope, I mean. There's a question of whether I want to take the first ladder. It's not a ladder, brain, please. Take the first rope available, which will take me up to a ledge where I can go through a cave, which will take me to the rope up to the summit. So that's basically the shortest route, and I think that's where I'll go, assuming I have enough energy. The reason I want to take that route and not the other one where you walk around, if that makes sense, and then up, is because if I take the longer route, the one I'm not intending to take, then I will have to, then I'll have to walk past the bear spawn. And normally that is no problem. But I do not have any emergency flare. That's like the thing about it is you can get unlucky when you have a rifle and you're fighting a bear, and you can shoot it and nothing happens. I mean, it takes damage, but it doesn't get scared, and so what ends up happening is you get mauled, and it kind of sucks. Now, I will just quickly mention the fact that I'm supposed to go up there, and yet I'm going over here. And if you're paying attention, you might realize that that is a weird thing. Why would I walk over here? There's literally nothing here. And I am at risk of breaking my ankle, as you can see by the little red mark above my right as I said it to, right above my bullets. And it is because there's a little bit of a secret up here. Assuming I remember correctly. Again, there's a lot of assuming that, but I was correct. It is right here. The one, the only, in this region anyway, bunker. And if I'm lucky, it's filled. Wow. That is truly incredible. Yeah, okay, so I'll explain this real quick. In almost every region, I say almost because I'm not sure, there's a bunker. But most bunkers are empty. There's nothing inside, more or less. There's the mattress, and like, I'll explain why that one's very convenient later. And inside of these bunkers all around, like I said, there's almost guaranteed, there's almost every time there's nothing. But there is guaranteed to be specifically 2 bunkers around the map that are filled with resources. And I just found one randomly, which is incredibly lucky. Like, look at all this loot. Look at all this loot. Now, I will only grab a little bit of it, as I really don't need everything. Now, that is a very lucky find. Look at that. That's incredible. I need to be very careful with my weight going up the mountain. Is that better condition? Absolutely. I need to be careful so I don't get over encumbered. Oh, there's so much good stuff. Look at all that. And
Excellent.
look at that. I won't take it though. I won't take it. And there's a cured deer hide. Wow. I I totally underestimated in my head the amount of stuff that is just lying here. And this cured wolf pal too. Wow. What is inside here? Beef jerky aplenty. Cured guts. Wow. That is truly, truly a stroke of luck. Very glad I spared the time to go around. I'll grab a few small things that might prove helpful. I am already carrying a lot more than I intended, though. They are better, aren't they? Yeah. Let's use them. Let's search in here just to see.
This stuff will come in handy.
And that's enough for an entirely new bow. So, yeah, now I have a bow. And look at all that firewood. I will actually grab a little bit of that. Just because I'm running a little bit low. Oh, yep. I right-clicked on that as an accident.
Never would have thought to
Yes,
look here.
yes. And cloth. Scrap cloth. Yeah. Okay, there's more. There's more. Emergency system. If you don't know why I'm excited about an emergency system, that
Could
would
end up being
be
useful.
because it is the only item in the game that I'm aware of that is that gives you instant HP. So you can use the emergency system and you get HP back immediately, like immediately. And that is incredibly convenient if you're about to die. Which is why it is a literal lifesaver at times. Whole runs have been dependent on EpiPens. And the reason I called it an EpiPen was out of habit, because it is the same, it contains the same thing as a EpiPen, what is it called? A neurotransmitter known as epinephrine. I don't know how to pronounce that. Also known by its more common name, adrenaline. In real life, you would get an emergency system like the one you have here if you have an allergy and you are in risk of getting into anaphylactic shock. Only there's no wasps or peanuts around here. Actually, there might be peanuts, but not wasps. And our guy here is not allergic, luckily. But if he was, this EpiPen that I'm holding right now would technically probably save his life. Although, interestingly, that is not what you would use it for if you are playing this game and you're about to die. In that case, it just gives you a little bit of extra HP. You can actually hear the heart beating faster when you use it, and that is because adrenaline speeds up the heart. Again, if that is interesting, and you liked hearing me talk about epinephrine, then tell me, as I have plenty of more equally useless, probably, fun facts. I mean, that one actually might save lives if you're unlucky enough. But still, most people will have no use, especially knowing the names. Like, why would you need to know the name of epinephrine? Epinephrine. I don't know why I literally went out of my way to use its name, but I don't even know how to pronounce it. You might have noticed I took on and off my climbing shoes. Climbing shoes, crampons. That's the name. And the reason I did that is because if you get attacked by a wolf, which actually did happen 2 episodes ago, then they can take damage. And if you just keep them in your inventory, they're very unlikely to take damage. So you're sparing their what's it called? Durability by only using them when necessary. If you were somewhere where there was ice and you could fall through the ice, like in Forlorn Muskeg, then the argument to keep them on at all times would be valid, considering the fact that you could at any time fall through the ice, or at least you're at all times in risk of doing so. I wanted to check inside this cave if there was any particular loot of interest. There wasn't, though, unfortunately. So I'll just pick up the coal that I saw right there and the cedar firewood. Yeah. How's my weight? Still not even in the red. That is quite lucky. Now, if I had taken a different choice all the way back in episode 2, and I had decided I wanted to, if I decided I wanted to go directly to Timberwolf Mountain, skip right to here, then I would have come out through that cave, as that leads straight back to Ash Canyon. I really don't regret that choice, though, seeing as I think I might have died otherwise. Now, around here, I need to be very careful because there can be a bear, and a bear would probably kill me if it got the chance to attack me anyway. Hopefully I would be able to kill it first, but as I mentioned earlier, there's it's a gamble basically, and I don't like chances. Yeah, so we are gonna go right ahead up here, and if we get the chance, we will go up that rope. I think I have enough stamina to do so. There's a rope right up there. The alternative would be to continue right ahead for a little while. The downside of going the way I'm going now is that you have to go through a cave. I mean, it's not really that big of a downside, but if you were going directly here, like I could have done, then you might not have the resources to make light. Now, what did I say a little bit earlier? That is bear. That is bear. I would love to see the bear. Let's see if I see the bear. Okay, we're good. Now you have no idea how tempting it is to try and shoot the bear and get its hide, so I can make a bearskin jacket as soon as I get home. It is truly tempting, but I prefer living. Yeah. So we are continuing right up here. This train is a little bit different from how I remember it. Hello there, ptarmigans. Goodbye, ptarmigans. But we should be on our way, roughly. If I'm not too off the mark, there should be a rope somewhere over here. Maybe we have to go up and around. That seems likely. Having now spotted the bear and knowing it's over there, I can move without any fear. When I was walking down there and I didn't see the bear, I didn't know if there was a bear, I was kind of afraid. But now I can walk confidently. As it turns out though, I was not supposed to go around. Going up here would have sufficed. And I should be able to scale that cliffside, no problem. Then we go to the cave and sleep before we go up to the summit. Apart from maybe the last little bit of rope, we are basically good, I think. The risk of dying at this point feels to me very low, which is very good. I am very happy about that. It's a little bit too early in the day to be at this point. That might sound a little bit weird, because it is, but I would prefer sleeping through the night,
Find a place to rest.
to be completely honest, and not have to start sleeping at daytime, if that makes sense, when I'm at the resting spot. Here is the cave I've mentioned plenty of times by now, probably. Most caves in the game I've walked through plenty of times and therefore know the layout of, but I usually don't actually take this way. I usually go the other way around, which is why this will be fun. And hopefully I don't end up wasting time trying to find my way through the cave though. Considering the fact that I don't remember it, even though I have been here before, it's probably okay. It's probably then short. Like, look at this. How am I supposed to know? I guess that's that's how it's supposed to be, probably. You're not supposed to remember all the caves by heart. I don't know all the caves, most of them only. Okay, so yeah, this is how most caves in the game are actually built. It looks like there's two choices, and if you took the one I took, then you get through there, but if you took the other one, you would come from here. So even if you took there's no such thing as a wrong choice, it's just different. So maybe there was some loot through that one that I didn't catch, which would be unfortunate, but yeah, like, it really doesn't actually matter. Now this is a dead end. Any coal though? No? So then I'm assuming there's a third way out. Yeah. No? Maybe I was wrong. Right, because this is a dead end? Just gonna double check that. Huh, it is. And that then, using the theory from earlier, means that I didn't take the wrong path, where there wasn't any loot. I took the path and that was the loot, and so now I am meeting the other path. So I took the path, the long one with the loot, and if I'd taken the other one I would have gotten here faster, but I wouldn't have gotten that loot. I just closed the little loop, I guess, a little too early, if that makes sense. Most caves in the game work like this. There are some exceptions, like the Hushed River Valley cave system. That place is a mess, unless you know it really well, because you've spent a lot of time in Hushed River Valley. Unless you've done so, then you're not really gonna you're gonna get lost so fast. And I've personally spent honestly too little time in Hush River Valley. It's such a pretty region and it's such a cool one too. It's a shame I haven't been able to spend more time there. I've always been afraid of it because there's no shelter at all, or no indoor spaces beyond caves. So I've always been like, oh, I don't want to die. I prefer staying out of there. Maybe we'll change that this time though. That would be nice. Is this? Okay, let's check over here. Coal is. I love coal, and if there is a chance of finding some by spending a little bit of time, then I usually take it. Now I'm very interested to look at this recording playback to see if you got the notification. I got a notification from my YouTube saying that a YouTuber I watch had put out a video. And I thought I'd put most things on Do Not Disturb, but apparently not, which is a shame. If you didn't get it, I'm also interested to see if the sound showed up. I guess I could remove the sound in post-production if it does show up, but if not, then great. We're at the end of the cave though. I am officially, I mean,
Too much stuff to
I
carry.
am not, but the character, well, here, he is. We're very tired too. That happened sometime in the cave. I didn't pay attention. This is the place you would end up, or if you'd gone the long way, you would have walked, and you would have ended up right here. I'm not gonna go to the edge, but you would have climbed up there, and you would be here. So we all end up at the same place. It's just that if you had taken the other route, you could have made a rope to make a little shortcut, if that makes sense. But I couldn't have done that anyway, because I didn't take the... Oh wait, what? Wasting fuel, come on. I couldn't have done that anyway because I didn't grab a rope. Though, now that I'm on that train of thought, I'm realizing that there probably is a rope over at a different rock over there. So if I wanted to, if I really wanted to, I'm not by the way, I could grab the potential spawn rope from either the cave or the rock over there and go down and put up the rope and be less convenienced next time. But I cannot be bothered. Now that is a horrible justification, but seeing as I'm assuming you don't want me to do that anyway, because it's boring and we want to get to the summit, we're gonna do that instead. I'm sorry, rabbit. Sorry. But I need your fur, and since I anyway can, I might as well grab... what is it called? Might as well grab the rabbit's fur while I'm here. And I can eat the food too if I want to. I think I'll have to make a campfire. Now, I have a bow. And this is very significant, because with the bow, ptarmigan hunting is easy, I say, as they fly away. I can't... Okay. Right. That was bad. Don't fly away. I forgot multiple things. First of all, ptarmigans are far more reactive to sound than rabbits. Rabbits, you can just walk right up to them as long as you're crouching, and they'll not be bothered. Ptarmigans, on the other hand, apparently they run away. I'd forgotten that, actually. He's the rope I talked about. Though, oh, I kind of want that. If I actually had remembered that, it would have mattered, specifically because I have a bow. And you can hunt ptarmigans with the bow far more easily than any other weapons. You can do it with a stone. Both firearms are highly not recommended. I want that book. Simply because both of the firearms scare away all the other birds, as well as being a bit unnecessary to waste a whole bullet on its lone ptarmigan. Bows and arrows are far more useful, because they don't make any sounds. You can kill all of them at the same time, and you can... Oh, what's the name of that? And you can reuse the arrows. I cannot believe I forgot the name of reuse. Oh wow. On the way up here, I apparently gathered a lot of sticks and wood, which is highly convenient, as it means I can make a fire here and keep it going all the way through the night without needing to worry about the cold. I also double checked before I left that I have my sleeping bag. If I had not brought a sleeping bag, I would have been stuck here. Or not stuck, I could get back, but I wouldn't have been able to get further up the mountain. And that would have officially sucked. Yeah, even more. Yeah, no need to dwell on that though, considering I did remember my sleeping bag. The reason it would be a miniature disaster if I'd forgotten them is because without a sleeping bag you can't regain energy, and if you can't regain energy then you can't get up to the summit. We are gonna need a full bar of energy to get up there.
Well, that didn't work.
Seriously, yeah. I didn't count. I didn't count the number of attempts, but at this point it has got to be very high. If you want to do the calculations by yourself for some reason, you just take, for when there's about a 50-50, you take 2 and you square it to the number of times I try making the campfire. So let's say I used 5 attempts, that's 2 to the power of 5, which is approximately just quick mental math, 32. A 1 in 32 chance, which is almost 0.3, I think, which is very rare. I didn't think it would be that rare. I'll start with the fir firewood. I'm gonna need longer than that. I should have started with the sticks. Probably. I'm not 100% sure on that actually, because I kind of want the sticks. As I still need tinder, and when you try to make the fire with the sticks, you get a higher chance of succeeding than using other types of other materials. Sticks is one of the best. Book obviously beats it though. Now I realize I made a terrible mistake. Again, it's the same mistake I made earlier, only this time I am lucky. You see, I forgot any type of cooking utensil. But I'm saved. I am saved. You see, earlier in the time lapse, at the very start of the episode, when I was harvesting the bear, I had also forgotten my tin can or recycled can, and that meant that I had to drink a bunch of soda, which was very annoying, to be honest. But this time, because I have, or had, some dog food, I could just use that instead. Now I am going to do all of this. I had a little think if I wanted to do just the meat or just some part of it, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna risk all of it. Question, is it gone? No. Okay, I took the correct choice. Awesome. 40 minutes, and you're the small one, right? No, I did it the wrong order. Oh well. Plenty of water though. Yeah. Got an important notification on my phone. Sorry. That's why I was a little bit distracted, but I turned it on silent, and no need to worry about that anymore. I will though. That's 20 minutes, that's 40 minutes, so no problem. I will make some... what do I want to make? Probably rose hips. 30 minutes, yeah, that should be fine. Awesome. That is done, and we can cook some rose hips. Skip to you're done. What did I click on? No! I ate my crackers! No! No. Okay, that actually made me a little bit sad. I really like having crackers because they are so lightweight for the calories. They are the emergency food after the cattails. I will probably explain how that works another time. But now I realized I have nothing to do beyond waiting, and you want to avoid having nothing to do in this game. You want to constantly be utilizing your time. If not, you're literally throwing calories in the trash can. And water, and, well, energy, temperature too, but mostly calories, as they are the most limiting. I wanted to get rid of some of my weight though, while I went out to look for something to do. Let's do that. And how about I make some herbal tea? Herbal tea is great because it allows you to sleep better. It is particularly useful if you are trying to recover from a near-death experience. What I mean by that is, assuming you just got mauled by a bear or something and you need HP desperately. And although you actually do gain a little bit passively, the main way you would do so is, without a doubt, sleeping. I was hoping the ptarmigans would have landed or something, but apparently not. And sleeping only gives you a set amount per hour, and there's no way to increase that amount of HP beyond two things. The first one is the tea that is currently being made. That is exactly why I want to make the tea. I already have one, but the more
It's gonna get a
tea,
lot
the
colder
better.
soon.
The other way is birch bark, which is why I tried to avoid using birch bark as tinder. Unfortunately, though. Oh wait, what? I've not seen this before. Okay. Wow, look at that. Okay, another time, another time. Yeah, so that's why I didn't use birch as tinder. Long story short, that was a conclusion. Okay, we're fine though. Let's sleep for 4 hours, I think. Should be a good number. Shame I didn't find anything on my little trip. Truly a little trip too. That's just how it is. Now that I have a little bit of energy, I can do this far more quickly. Any birds? Just gonna try and listen. No? Can't hear anything. Beyond an owl, which doesn't help me. Okay. I think we are all thoroughly excited about not ptarmigans, but sleeping. Sleeping, not because sleeping is exciting, but because sleeping leads to energy, which leads to the stomach. Now, if I'd only had a normal cooking pot or a pan, I could heat up some water and put some snow in it, go to sleep for an hour, and pick up the water when I wake up. But I can't do that because it is too short of a time for normal for the normal recycled can. Now I messed up again by not paying attention to the campfire. Truly my bad. Oh yeah, the magnifying lens, magnifying glass, yeah. I'm gonna use that just because. Yes, I mentioned earlier that the magnifying glass is incredibly useful. And the reason for that is that the magnifying glass is the only, and the only, I really mean the only, 100% renewable source of energy. Or source of energy, source of fire. A source of energy too, I guess. As if you were to play this for a long time, like we're talking hundreds of days, which I kind of want to do. My longest run is, what was it? This. My longest run on this computer anyway is 316 days. Oh, it's only 6 days on Interloper. Okay. Obviously, if you can't tell, I have another account. Oh yeah, that's just how it is. I made this account earlier this year, and then I had another one before that, and yeah, it's a long story. Let's see now. 3 hours. I'll sleep for that time. I am thoroughly excited to very soon be able to go up that mountain. Let's put on another cedar firewood. Sleep for 2 hours. Now we are hugely benefiting from the cold weather, or the cold morning weather, which is why there's still an hour on there. I think I want the full extra hour. I'm not tired? Oh, okay. I'm not tired enough, I mean. How's my weight? Okay, I can take this. I can even take a few torches, which is awesome. I need to make sure I'm not going to be exceed my maximum weight limit. That was the thing I needed to make sure. But we're below 38 out of 40. Eventually we'll get 45 as a max. Won't even be too long. I just need to wait for the moose hide to cure. That's why I wanted to kill the moose so early. Now, this weather's not looking too great. It's not a blizzard, I think. It's just windy. And that is a little bit of a shame, as I lost my fire, but it really shouldn't matter. Even if there was a blizzard right now, it would be fine. It would be thoroughly annoying, but it wouldn't matter, as it's just climbing and we're basically there. We're actually very close. Now, what is very interesting to me as the creator of the YouTube videos you're watching currently, I forgot to take them off last time, a bit annoying, is how experienced all of you are with the long dark. Like if I say the fact that if you walk against the wind, you will walk slower. Is that groundbreaking news for you? Like, I'm too encumbered. Drop a few stacks then. Like, that is obviously quite common knowledge to basically anyone who's actually played the game just a little bit. If you have a few hours, that is something, of course, you would know. I don't know why I stopped. That was unnecessary. But if you've never played the game before, you might not notice, just from watching videos, that if you're walking against wind, like this, you slow. Walk other way, fast. Another one of those very simple things is the fact that when you're outside and it's snowing, exactly like now, you get your clothing wet, and the wetter it gets, the less it protects you from the cold. So you'll need to dry it either by staying next to fire or ptarmigans. I will have my revenge.
Can't feel my hands.
I will have my revenge. Truly. And wow, it is cold. A thing I did not mention last time is that... Oh! Is that I can't... If you're level 5 with archery... Okay. I will... If you're level 5 archery, then you can do this while crouching. Apparently, no redemption for me. Literally none. Oh well. If you're level 5 with archery, you can shoot while you're crouching, which I couldn't, because I'm not even close. And that really helps when you're using a bow. So, not justifying the extreme lack of skill that I just displayed twice, technically. Oh, a single bullet. Nice.
I think I can use this.
I'll grab it. Why not? But I am used to actually having like the ability to do that.
I need to drop something.
I wanted to stick by that cave just because there's usually some loot, and indeed there was a thermos. Now that is new. I did not know there could spawn wolves up here. In fact, I thought this was a wolf-free area. Did you run away? Aw. The game's not even trying to let me redeem myself with a bow. Oh well. There's actually surprisingly little loot around the summit, or the ship. There's really only that cave and like
The guy
berries.
who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Beyond that, it's kind of empty up here. But that's fine. I will now redeem myself. Yep. that easy. I'm freezing, but I really want this. What is it called? I forget all the time. Is it fur? Hide. It's hide. It was hiding from me. Horrible joke, I'm sorry. Yeah. I am freezing. It is cold, but there's plenty of firewood in here.
Might have
I
to grab some
am
gear.
hoping to find another hacksaw, because if I don't find, if there doesn't spawn one up here, then I might not be able to get all the loot, and that would suck a little bit. Now, a thing that most people don't consider in this game is the fact that the longer time you spend, the faster loot deteriorates. And so getting up here as fast as possible is actually a little bit important. Now, if you remember from the time lapse, and you've never been here before, how many, oh, it's not here, how absolute extreme amount of loot was in just 2 of these crates. Here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7. There's only 7, but the amount of loot in these 7 and in the crates around here is a little bit absurd. The reason I said "aw" is because there's no emergency flare.
This stuff will come in.
Emergency flare shell, or rather. But I think it's a trail. And indeed,
Just what I need.
there's a distress pistol. Kind of useless, but I needed that. And
I could use this.
FEA, is that warmer? Oh, by a lot too. Huh. Cool. We can get up. It looks like you can't, but you can. You just go down there and around. Oh. Like this. But I am going to do one last thing before this episode is actually over. You'll get to look at all the fantastic loot next time. And I'll end with a little bit of a scenic shot that I will totally not use for other things in the series. To be disclosed later. Or undisclosed maybe, I don't know. Because that is thoroughly beautiful. I will turn off my HUD like that, and actually I want to do that here, just like that. A huge waste, but pretty. Yep. Oh yeah. If you see that clip later, like comment upon whatever section of media or comment upon whatever media it is from, and say the word cheese balls. Yeah, that's random. I'm sorry. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode. I have not been paying attention to the time, and I'm assuming it's probably lasted a half an eternity. And if you're actually here, of course, thank you. And you're amazing. See ya.